Hey y'all, so before this video even starts, I want to let you guys know that this video may be triggering to some of you guys. I go in depth about my past and I talk about some very controversial topics and just all around really sad things. So if you think it's going to trigger you, please don't watch it. Just want to pop in here and let you guys know that. Love you! Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Marina. So today I'm doing a get ready. I just had to pull out a wedgie out. That's what I was not doing a jig, I was pulling out a wedgie. See how social media can make you think certain things? You just thought I was doing a happy jig. I was just pulling out a wedgie. So today we're doing a get ready with me date night vlog. I think it's been 20 I'm that woman on Titanic.
It's been 87 years.
No, it's been a hot minute since me and Shane went on a date. Shane and I, since we went on a date. But he asked me to go on one, and I'm super excited about it because I've been in my house for 37 years, and I've been in these clothes for like 5 days. I'm super excited to get in the shower and to not pass out every time I lift my arm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just like make me look less atrocious, more snatched. Not saying that wearing makeup or getting in nice clothes makes you look snatched. Your personality makes you look snatched. So that means I'm snatched all the time. But I am going to make over myself. Wow, this is feeling very Princess Diaries. Hold up. You're late. I know, I'm really sorry about it. Where is Paolo? Send him Paolo. Virginia Ramir, bonjour, my assistant. Gretchen and Helga. Okay, so what do I do first? I want my mullet back. Why do I look like something off the hills? Have eyes? I'm looking very Appalachian right now. I can say that because I think I live in the Appalachians. I live in the Appalachians. I live in the Appalachians. Shane just informed me that I cannot, in fact, say that because I don't live in the Appalachians. In Paolo's hands, you will be beautiful. So he starts out brushing out her mats. I'm already over it. Oh, daggone Mufasa! Say it out loud! I killed Mufasa! Why does that make me think of Twilight? Say it. Say it out loud. What am I? Oh, how do we do Kristen Stewart? A vampire. I'm too much for myself today. I know, you're supposed to start at the bottom and make your way to the top, but it's kind of hard whenever the bottom is the top is matted. See, you would just think, oh, she brushed her hair. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so voluminous. What's holding its volume is major lumps, like Brillo pad size lumps in my hair. That's what's making it look so voluminous. It's really not this voluminous. I mean, it is, but not as voluminous. Am I going to shave my legs? Oh, man, I guess I ought to. Did I shave my underarms too? 3 hours later. Okay, so I only washed my hair, and this could be the reason I have mats so bad. I only wash my hair once a week. I take more showers than that. Well, I try to take more showers than that. But my hair, I used to dye it. Like, I've had it every single color in the book. I haven't dyed it in years. And I've trained my hair to not particularly get super oily. When I say I don't wash it in a week, sometimes I go even longer. I think it's been a week and a half since I've washed it last. And I mean, you can tell it definitely needs to be washed, but it used to get so oily overnight. Like, it used to get oily like the oil that runneth over. The oil. Like, it used to look like after one day, it used to look like, okay, if you're familiar with the Pentecostal church or anything like that, like church God or anything, like whenever they get happy, they pour oil on your head. Like, it looked like somebody had straight up poured extra virgin olive oil on my head. I looked permanently like anointed. I am anointed, but I looked like somebody had like permanently like poured like oil on me. But I've trained it to not look that way anymore. So it's easy for me to go a week, 3 weeks without washing it. Did y'all see how I did that? I started out with 1 week, then it went to 1.5, then it went to 3. I don't know when the last time I washed my hair was. I'll do good and keep it really brushed for like a few days straight after I wash it, but then it's permanently in a bun on my head because it's so thick and so like it's getting super long. I can't give the credit to me not washing it because honestly my hair was, I'll show you where it was. My hair was about right here. About right there? Yeah, my hair was right here. And I missed my long hair so much. So I told God, I was like, God, you gave me my hair for glory. Please let it grow out. Boom. In no time, it started like, and I constantly want to cut it now that it's grown. But I'm like, nope, this hair, I'm attached to it because I prayed for it. People think it's funny that I pray for like stuff like that. But I pray over, like a lot of people just pray like if they're sick or if a family member's sick or if maybe they're confused or they don't know what to do or their life's not where they want to go or they're looking for direction. I pray that way too, of course. But I also pray like, okay, before I get in my car, I pray over my car. Before my kids get in a car with someone, like my kids just now went with their nanny, I pray over my kids. Like little things like that, like, oh, I'll tell you, you know what, maybe now that I'm thinking, like, maybe I should start praying over my dishwasher. My dishwasher hasn't worked in years and I've never prayed over it. One time, my fridge stopped working completely, would not work for nothing. It ruined everything in the fridge and everything, and I laid hands on it and prayed for it, and boom, it came on like that. There's a lot about me y'all don't know. I'll tell you sometime. Right now is not the time. But if y'all want to know more about me in that sense, let me know. I'll do a whole video on it. I don't care. Y'all been wanting me to do a like Bible teaching channel. I want to do something like that, like a Bible study, but I can't teach it because I'm not called to be a teacher. I'm not a very good teacher. Someone who's called to be a teacher could teach you way better than I could. So like I want to do something Bible faith integrated in a separate channel. I just don't know what to do yet. And also, I can say I'm Christian and you'll relate to me, right? But there's different denominations. I hate denominations. There's different denominational beliefs. I'll say that. There's different denominational beliefs that we don't share, you know? So like me being from the Pentecostal church, I don't identify as Pentecostal, but me being from the Pentecostal church, there are certain beliefs that I hold that you won't hold. So I'm very careful to start another channel and to kind of throw you guys into that because I don't want to confuse you because God is not the author of confusion. So that's also something that's keeping me from doing that as well. I don't know, still praying about it, long and hard. I don't think I'm going to wash my hair. Honestly, because I have like an hour and a half to get ready. And it takes my hair a really long time to dry. It smells good when compared to my underarms. Okay, so I'm going to go take a shower, but I'm not going to wash my hair. Miracles happen once in a while. Okay, so I put my granny gown on. My fan's on. Hold on. Well, no, it's hot in here. I don't know. Am I going for like... this is kind of like I love CNN, but listen to Reba McEntire. But I was thinking maybe it. I don't know. This one's kind of, I'm flirty, but still professional because I run my own Etsy shop. That's definitely Etsy shop vibes. This one's like, yeah, I'm a mom, but I can still pop, lock, and drop it.
Shoot that thing, little mama, make it roll. Won't you pop, lock, and drop it?
If your mama gave it to you, girl, don't let it show, because modesty is policy. Shane doesn't really have a preference when it comes to makeup. Like, he's cool with me doing, like, dramatic. He's cool with me doing none. He does have, like, with clothes, though, he doesn't like for me to dress promiscuously, which that's not a problem anymore, but back in the day it was, and he never liked that. I remember one time when we were dating, when we dated I was 17 and he was 21, and I came out and I had on this stupid low shirt. It was stupid low, and he was like, no, you're not wearing that. And you know, in today's age, like, people don't like it when men do that, but I remember, to me, being a 17-year-old, that was a key point in our relationship because First of all, no guy had ever told me not to wear a low-cut shirt. And secondly, me not having a father figure in my life, that was almost like a, I don't want to say like fatherly thing, but it showed me that men, real men, do have an almost like paternal instinct over their wife. You know what I mean? Like, Shane is the most chillest person in the world. But when it comes to somebody disrespecting me, or even more so me disrespecting myself, as I've seen in my past when I've done that before, his paternal, I don't know if that sounds weird, but his instincts kick in, and he's very protective. I know I know what his tastes are in clothes. Some things are very personal to him, and he does not like for me to wear anything like eye drawing out in public. And there's stories behind that. It's not him. He doesn't have in any way, like in no way, like no way does he have a control thing. He's not controlling. He's never been controlling in the smallest way. When I say like he told me no on that shirt, like I would hope that if I had had a dad that loved, like that cared for me, I would hope that he would have told me the same thing in that instance. It was that bad. It was bad. And it's so funny because I see some comments sometimes like, why do you let him disrespect you? Why do you let him like slap your butt like that? And it's like, disrespect me? Shane has never disrespected me, when he had every right to be disrespectful towards me. Like, two wrongs don't make a right, but whenever I was going out and doing stupid stuff and seeing stupid people, when I came home, am I going to go into this? I think I need to go in this right now. Because I need y'all to understand your worth. So I'm going to take the time to tell you a story. I get a lot of questions. And some of them are forward. And they're like, well, what exactly did you do? You say you were a bad person, but what did you do? My initial reaction was to not talk about it so much, because if you've been here for the whole time, you know, I talked very open about it in the beginning. But when people were so forward asking me that, especially on like Instagram and an email and stuff, they're like, I need to know what you did. And I kind of just felt like, why? Like, why do you need to know what I did? So like you can form an opinion on me by my past. So it stopped me from talking about it a lot. But I think this needs, I feel really led to share this right now. This was not supposed to be in this vlog. This was supposed to be a fun vlog, and it still is going to be a fun vlog. Anytime with Shane's a fun vlog. I don't even know what he has planned for us to get into. But I feel really led to speak on this just for a second. Because, you know, there's such a feminine-esque thing that us as women have going on, and trust me, I'm not a feminist, but because I don't really, not because I don't know, not because I'm against it. I can't speak on it because I don't know enough about it. But I know my role as a Christian wife, and that's the role that I stay in. That's my lane. I keep in it. Aside from faith, my heart leads me to the role that I should play. Does that make sense? My heart, because it's so devoted to Shane, it leads me to be the person that Shane needs me to be. But it's not one-sided, don't get it twisted. Shane does the exact thing. We match each other, we mirror each other. Our love languages, Shane's he needs a listening ear. Shane loves to talk. I could get Shane every gift in the book. He wouldn't get anything from that. I could feed Shane until he was a balloon, and he wouldn't get anything from that. But when I listen to Shane, there's that intimacy level that clicks in, that he's like, okay, to where he's like, oh, she's listening to me, like, this is what I want. He needs a listening ear. My love language is like acts of service. Like, I need him to be present. I need him to be present not only for me as my husband, but as a father to our children. I need him to be present and in the home and not a visitor in the afternoons. I need him to be present. That's why you see him a lot of times, like, help me with dishes, help me with chores, help me with housework, just be in the midst of whatever I'm doing, because he's learned over these years that my love language is acts of service. It hasn't always been like that. Please don't ever get on my social media and watch Shane and I and think, wow, like, she just lucked up. He's a good guy. Shane's always been a good guy. But Shane and I have been together so long. We've overcome so many obstacles that have killed other relationships in a flat 1.5 seconds. We've overcome that, and we've grown into, and we've molded ourselves, because we care about one another enough to mold ourselves. We've molded ourselves to be who the other person needs. And that's not to say we've changed ourselves. That's not to say that we've stopped liking things that we like. That's not to say any of that. But we care enough about the other one. But we're committed enough to the other one to be who that person needs. And I think that's what's wrong with the society today, is they look to a relationship as a feeling, right? When the feeling's gone, they split. There's been numerous times I have not liked Shane in our marriage. There's been even more times he has not liked me in our marriage. But the devotion, the commitment was still there, because I chose for it to be there. Shane was still devoted to me and committed to me whenever I was a terrible human being, not because he loved me so much that he had butterflies when he saw me. He couldn't stand to look at me sometimes. He stayed because he was devoted. He was committed to the vow that we made, not only to ourselves but to God. When I was going out and doing things I shouldn't do, I was going out and drinking. I would go and work a 16-hour shift at the hospital, leave, go to town on drinking, and come home, sleep, get back up, not say 2 words to him nor my children, and go back to work. That's the kind of bad person I was. Somebody needs to hear this, man. I was the person who would leave my husband, who begged me not to go. Begged me not to go. I left him standing in the middle of the kitchen to go see somebody else, and had no shame about it. I'm going to tell you a story. So, I had lost all this weight, right? I went from being 300 pounds to losing all this weight. I lost over half of my body weight. And you guys know, coming from my childhood, I did not have a good childhood. Not at school, not at home. I didn't have a good childhood. That does not excuse my actions. I'll say that first and foremost. It does not excuse my actions. I live with my actions every day. But I had never been looked at in a certain way. The first person that ever looked at me in a way that wasn't to just get something from me or something like that was Shane. And I always thought something was wrong with him because he wanted me. That's to the level that I was when I met him. I thought something has to be wrong with this person, or it's a big joke on me or something. So I lost all this weight. Went from having daddy issues, mommy issues, every kind of issues in the book. Lost all this weight. And I started getting looks. Like, I started turning heads. I was very beautiful. Not on the inside at all. Not on the inside at all. But from the outside, you would consider me to be a pretty person. And one day, I told him I didn't hide anything from him. That was the worst part about me in that time, is I didn't care to hide anything. I wasn't someone sneaky who sneaked around. I blatantly did what I did in your face, and if you liked it, then you liked it, and if you didn't, then you left. That was my mindset at that time. So I told him where I was going. I told him I was going to meet up with somebody, and he begged me not to go. He didn't say, "How could you do this to me? I don't want no part of you. I'm leaving you. This is stupid." He begged me not to go. And I went anyway. I left him standing in the kitchen, and I went anyway. I got to where I was going, to who I was seeing, And that was one of the worst days of my life. It ended up not going well at all. I had second thoughts. This is so vulnerable. I've never told anybody this story. The only person that knows this story is Shane. So if I leave this in here, it's because I really feel led to talk about it. Things went bad. This person forced themselves on me, and I barely got away. I call Shane on the way home, and I tell him what happened, and would you like to know what he said? I called him on the way home, and I told him what happened, because the only person I wanted to talk to after that was Shane. And he said, Rena, come home. He was like, Rena, did they hurt you? And I was like, no. I was like, I got away. And he's like, come home. Come home, Rena. So I walked in the door, and the very man I left standing there watching me leave was standing there waiting for me to come back. And it's not because he felt the butterflies. It's not because he thought I was beautiful. I looked beautiful at the moment. I can tell you right now, I was not beautiful. I was a hot mess, and my makeup was everywhere. It's not because he felt like being there. It's because he wanted to be. He was committed to being there. He was set in stone. He had made a promise to me, and he was a man that stuck by his word. Literally ran into his arms. Literally ran into his arms. And I remember he put his arms around me. And it was the first time in my life that somebody on earth had showed me the love of Jesus. The unconditional, prodigal son love of Jesus. And I can't say I got it all right after that. Because I didn't. I made so many mistakes after that moment. But that's one of the moments that are etched into my mind. It was me leaving him broken. Me coming back broken, and us being broken together. And it was not long after that I messed up again. And I remember hearing him pray for me. And that's the time that I've told you guys that before, where I heard him praying for me, and I was so angry that he wouldn't leave. I wanted him to leave so bad because I hated myself so much. I wanted him to leave and to hate my guts the way that I hated my guts. I begged him to leave. I begged him to. And he wouldn't, and it would make me so mad. And I would go to do something, and I would go to do something out of spite, playing stupid games, and he still wouldn't go anywhere. So I had messed up again, and I heard him praying for me. And it made me so mad, and I went to work that night because I worked third shifts. And every patient I took care of, I heard him praying for me. Every patient I took care of. I put my headphones in my ears on break, and I still heard him praying for me. I went home, and he was there waiting on me, and I went straight to the bedroom, didn't say anything to him, put my pillow over my head, and I still heard him praying for me. It wasn't something that happened overnight. Shane was the first person to ever show me, to ever introduce me to the love of Jesus, and that's me coming from generations and generations and generations of preachers. That was the first time someone had ever played out the love of Jesus towards me to the point that it was undeniable. And so you guys know the story. Then I changed my ways. I didn't change my ways. God changed me. And I found in him what I had been looking for in everything else. And I never looked back. And I've been the person I am today. I have been for many, many years. And I have not went back. I have not failed. I have not made a mistake. Not saying I'm above making a mistake. But I finally found what I always wanted. Which was love. I just wanted someone to love me. I needed somebody to love me, and I was looking for it in humans. But you can't get the kind of love that I needed from a human, because we're all flawed, and we all make mistakes, and sometimes we don't love in the way that we're called to love, which is why I'm so, I found it in God. I found it in Jesus, and that's why I don't allow people, even though I have my ministry license, I don't allow people to call me a preacher. I don't feel called to get behind a pulpit and quote scriptures, and there are people called to do that. Do not get me wrong. There are absolutely people called to get behind pulpits and to be shepherds and lead the sheep in their church and stuff. I feel called to walk it out. I feel called to leave the four walls of the church and go and show somebody the love that Shane showed me that led me to Jesus. I want to go and show the drug addict the love that Shane showed to me and lead them to Jesus. I want to go and show the prostitute the love that Shane showed me and lead them to Jesus. And that's why I do so much stuff like out in my community, and that's why I'm so against legalism in the church, because legalism in a church has made the church into a club. It's like a super secret club that you can only become a part of if you have a list of qualifications, and that's not what Jesus is about. He doesn't ask for qualified people, he qualifies them. He doesn't call perfect people, he perfects them in his love, and that's what I want to scream to the world. If you have somebody who just keeps going back to that old habit, whether it be men, whether it be abuse of alcohol, abuse of drugs, whatever it is, please don't give up on them. Please don't give up on them. If Shane hadn't given up on me, I wouldn't be here. God still changes people. It's really hard to believe that in a world like today, I know, but I'm living proof, like right here, that God still changes people. That was a long story short. It could have been longer. But know that what we have, we didn't get overnight. This is 13 years of a lot of I'm sorry's involved and a lot of forgiveness on both ends. I can tell you that Shane's my best friend and mean it to my core. He is my best friend, and he is the exact person on camera that he is in person, and he is the most humble and genuine person I have ever met. He's loyal. Oh my gosh, he's loyal. Like, to not only to me, to his kids. He doesn't have a lot of family either. I don't know how he got the way that he got, but God was definitely showing out when he made him. All that to say, Shane's not controlling. Not in the least bit. He's not disrespectful in the least bit. He is the best person I know. He is God's love in a nutshell. He emanates the love of God to anybody and everybody, and he never says a mean thing about anybody. Never. I've never, in our 13 years together, and me meeting him in a very influential age, like he was 21 when I met him, he was the kindest. I don't know if y'all remember the website Topics. There's a website Topics, and I'll start my makeup while I'm telling you this. So there was this website Topics, and I think that it's not even a thing anymore. I think they took it down, but there was a whole forum dedicated to our town, to Shane, and it was all these women. He worked at Walmart at the time, and it was all these girls, not women, girls who came across him, and they would go to Topics and be like, who's the dark-haired guy at register so-and-so? And they would say, oh, that's Shane. And they're like, oh my gosh, he's so precious. Like, he's so handsome and he's so kind. I've never heard him say a bad thing about anybody. And I'm over here seething. Like, oh, I'm about to tell him off. And Shane's like, Merina, why? And literally a whole Topics conversation, like a whole forum dedicated to him at one point.
Future like it burns, so give him something worse to kill his head with, make him forget somehow. Might be that another day she would have wished he stayed, but they're done. Sorries won't be enough this time. Yeah, he's calling all his friends to get some action and distract him right now. He's fine, got Lucy on the line, let's get this started. Where's the party tonight? I feel good, nothing weighs me down. I can't believe my luck right now. Red eyes while he said, don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone. Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart. needs a job to pay the rent, he's busy. Gotta feel free sometimes, right? What doesn't make you will only make you stronger if you believe what they say. Might be that another day she would have wished he stayed, but they're done. Red eyes while he's shy. Don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone. Don't you wanna have fun?
Okay, so wherever we go, Shane has to go in and get me shoes first because these are the only shoes I own other than boots, like knee-high boots,
Oh yeah, I forgot about this. You haven't worn those in forever.
Yeah, these are the only, because I don't have any skinny jeans or anything like that to wear with me. These are the only shoes that I have, and they look like pool floaties. Don't know what I was thinking. Actually, I do know what I was thinking. I was in the shoe aisle in Walmart, and there was these people behind me, and they were wanting me to move, so I just grabbed the first shoes that I saw. Shane can't find anything to wear because nothing's washed. Well, he'll take his time, but I don't. I sure mind waiting on a man. My date. It's a pity date. Definitely a pity date.
A little bit more of this where this
Did I tell y'all I decided on the strap shirt with a jean jacket because I really want to wear a jean jacket. Okay, what are we getting into, Shane?
Oh, we're gonna get something to eat. Guess what?
It's been 23 days and I'm starving.
Guess what?
What?
It's Friday.
I'm gonna eat them if you don't hurry. Well, I have to go shoeless and you're hatless, so we're literally not prepared for this. We don't
We're
know
totally
what it's like.
prepared for
We don't
this.
know what it's like to go on a date. So I don't have my shoes and he don't have his
what
hat.
is a date?
A data.
A date.
Data.
Date.
Oh, there was a big bee out here. Oh, can y'all see?
Yeah,
There
it's
we
bee
go.
season. Just in case we didn't know. Going to Ross?
I don't know where you're going.
Well, you told me we gotta get some.
Are we going to Ross? No, I can't go in and shop at Ross if I don't have shoes to go in. No shoes, no shirt, no service.
Well, how am I supposed to get you shoes?
I don't know, DG. I like your shirt.
Thanks. Kashi is a Jonan, leader of the Team 7 cell.
Hey, you know what you should do?
What?
Dang it, if I wasn't like 4 times your size, you could pick me up and carry me over the threshold so my feet didn't get dirty. My expectations are high. Look at crush you.
I can do this stuff. Come
What?
with me. Come on.
What?
Come on.
Go there and hold it, Shane. I want to get this shot.
I'm your Venus. I'm your fire, your desire.
Look at the mountains.
See the rain?
Yeah. Look at my mountains. Look at that.
Your mountains.
We're literally in a peninsula, ain't we? Outside of a mountain.
Peninsula is a whole little like group of little islands.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm looking at it when we get back.
All right, you ready?
Ready. It's.
A piece of land almost surrounded by water or projecting out into a body of water.
I was close.
No.
I said surrounded by mountains.
Let's hear how Google says it.
Somebody is looking at me with my camera. I brought my camera this time, and I'm not comfortable.
You'll be alright.
Oh my goodness! Can I just pretend that I'm like inspecting
You
my
hear it?
screen?
Hey, you hear it?
What?
Listen.
Peninsula.
What?
Okay, so I told Shane to go in and get me some shoes. He happily came out and said, "You're gonna love these." He was so excited to show them to me.
And now you're revealing your jerkiness. What up? These are
They
jealous.
go around your ankles, Shane. I have cankles. These aren't gonna
Go
fit on.
around your ankles. Dang. Come
Shane, my ankles are not gonna fit in that.
They will.
No
Here,
way.
try. Here, come on. Get it up for you.
Shane, I can't even bring my leg up enough to. There's no way that's gonna fit.
It will.
No way.
You just gotta believe, okay? Oh, no, it fits. What are you talking about?
Hey, I forgot to cut my toenails. Shane, I'm stuck in these. These make me feel claustrophobic.
That's what shoes are supposed to feel like. They're supposed to feel like they're not going nowhere.
Here, put the other one on.
You got. All right, Cinderella. Cinderella, Cinderella.
I can't lift it. It's going down.
Don't mind me clothing my wife.
Wait, this is supposed to be the opposite way. Ow! I cannot. Oh my gosh.
I can't do this. Like
well, you know what? I can't neither. Oh my gosh. Okay, here.
Okay, yeah. What? You just chilling?
Stop.
I wasn't saying nothing nasty.
Yes, you were.
No, it wasn't. It's not my fault.
Wow,
You
that
have.
woman just pulled up. She's gonna see me laying like this.
I'm painting her like one of my
done?
French women.
Stop it, Shay. Are you done?
Yeah.
I feel really locked into these shoes. Why can't I look?
I'm changing. Dude looks like Patrick Stump.
He does, don't he?
I don't blame you for blaming you, but you can't blame me for hating it.
He said,
So
what are you waiting for? Kiss her, kiss her.
I set my clocks. No, it
Because
ain't
I
him.
know. How you know?
Because he would have turned around and sung with us. Never, ever, 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 ever let your wife choose where you're going to eat.
Okay, so first of all, we walk in there, and the girl's like, "Oh, here, let me take you to your table." Rushes to a table, and it's disgusting. Takes
Surrounded, there is no 6 foot apart rule.
No.
They have a sign that says 6 foot apart. No. We're like 3 foot apart from
She
people.
takes a wet rag and just goes, "Whoop, it's clean." And I'm like, "Ooh." So we sit down, and Shane goes and gets me a salad because he always makes my salad.
Their wallpaper was stapled to the wall. I feel, you know what? You know what this is right now? This is the equivalent of a guy taking you to a cheap hotel room. You took me to a cheap restaurant.
Shane sits there and is talking, and he talks with his flipping hands, so they're swinging everywhere, right? He slings a piece of crap, a piece of food.
Piece of crap. Dang.
No,
That place was dirty.
He slings some old food that was there into my salad, so I can't eat that. And then
she found a hair in her food.
yeah, I swallowed it. I swallowed a hair. But then there was a really nice waitress that came by and
there
said
was
she
two
liked
nice people.
She said she liked my hair. I
Yeah.
don't know what
They were super
why,
nice.
but she said she liked it. So
It's
that was
girly.
nice.
It's pretty.
Told her that I liked her makeup. And then there was a girl with really pretty tattoos in there.
Yeah.
So
So you made a friend.
experience was okay.
Yeah, the customer service was good.
The
We didn't
food
have bad
was-
customer service.
The food was
The
bad.
food was not
I
the
asked
best.
for my beef tips to be like done, and they were charred.
Those beefs were tipped.
Tell them what's on the agenda now.
Next up, we're going to Ollie's because this girl right here, she wants to be taken out on the town. So we're going to Ollie's. We're going to pick up snacks because we're going to
I
taste
want to
test
taste
snacks.
test snacks. I want to get weird snacks and taste test
I'm
them.
afraid. I'm scared.
You should be.
Yeah. Hella
Yeah,
effect stuff.
Yeah. Ready
Ready for what?
to go to Ollie's? You're so weird.
Ready.
It's like, what time is it? We're waiting on our kids to get home.
I've been waiting.
It's like 11 o'clock. I'm
For
already
my
back in my granny
kids.
gown, no bra. So let me get up here. Got stuff to taste test. And there's some pretty interesting stuff in here. We went to Ollie's to get stuff, to get snacks to taste test. And Shane also got me a bunch of books.
Yeah.
And then we went and got a milkshake. And I wanted a
all
hot
the boys to the yard.
my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
We went to go make out.
Shane. We came home. So first thing we're gonna try are these. Is this apple pie Kit Kat bar? I think that's a wormhole. I don't know. One of my friends on here. Oh, look what I found. Y'all know these are my favorite candy ever. But
It is not.
yes, it is.
It is not.
Yes, it is.
Carmelo.
No. This beats out Carmelo. How dare you?
How dare you?
My friend though on here told me about one time her mom and she and her mom were eating these and her mom bit in one and it was filled with maggots.
Why would you buy that after that story?
I'm hesitant, but I love them, so I don't know what to do honestly.
Yeah, I mean, you've
Okay.
already had the paint situation.
Alright. There you go.
Oh Lord, that smells like a candle.
It does. It smells like a Yankee candle. Ew, that don't smell good.
That does not
Cammy
smell
will
good.
eat it.
No, he
All right,
won't.
ready?
He will not eat this.
Alright,
I got toothpaste taste.
ready.
Actually, not too bad. It's not, I mean, it's not super good, but it's not bad.
No.
Actually-
Ew. It leaves a weird aftertaste.
Yeah.
That tastes like a Yankee candle.
It's exactly what these things are going to leave an aftertaste. Like.
Alright, the next thing we
Why
got,
did you get these kind of...
because they're different.
You didn't, I don't know, taste test some
Peppermint.
chips or something?
Peppermint Puffs. I think these are for Christmas. They're probably expired.
Kit Kat makes it sticky too.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
Alright. Whoa. Oh my god.
Let me smell that.
You know that soft soap peppermint body wash I got?
Yes.
That's what it smells
That's
like.
exactly what that smells like.
Okay, you ready? Oh.
I just want to know what's up with the minty chocolate.
Oh, this is what they look like. Look. Can you see it?
To think our doom would be in such a small little thing.
Ew, that stinks.
I don't want this.
Oh, that smells just like that. Oh, did you eat it? Oh, God. That's nasty.
Why is it? It's like a peppermint with the texture of a cinnamon toast crunch cereal.
Or a Cheeto ball. The orange cream pop ones.
Oh Lord Jesus, no.
I wonder what these smell like. I wonder if the
Brenda,
kids
you got
like
a
those.
lot of holiday candies.
What Ollie's has. Well,
That smells like my Everyman's Jack shampoo.
okay. Well, you have this, which is
It looks like little foam things they put in packages.
it's a deformed one because the rest of them are all balls, but this one is like a.
Duck.
Ew. Okay. Ah!
No wonder they are overstocked on this stuff. Alright, I'm just gonna go and say it right now. I like Ollie's. I really do. Ollie's has some cool stuff. I don't like Ollie's food. Apple Jacks. You taste it?
I need it.
Then you're tasting the next thing by yourself.
No.
Oh yes, you are.
Okay, the next
No, and
thing.
it's something nasty too.
Okay.
Yeah, have fun with that.
So we got these cheesecake M&Ms.
Go for it.
They're filled with cheesecake.
You're tasting this one by yourself.
No.
Yes, you are.
Oh, okay. These are
Can you
thick.
taste it?
Oh man, these boogers are thick. That ain't no normal M&M.
Don't want it.
Here, come on. All right, hold on.
Some water so I can take my medicine.
All right, mine's yellow. What color's yours?
White.
All right, ready?
I love it. I don't like cheesecake. What do you think?
It's not super bad, but I would not sit there and eat these like M&Ms. Eat it.
I don't want
You haven't been in it yet.
Ah!
That tastes like cheesecake.
That tastes like butt. Oh.
Ew,
Ugh.
that's nasty.
No. Who's gonna eat all this junk?
The kids.
They ain't gonna eat that.
They'll definitely eat that.
No, they will not.
The next thing I got are these hot cocoa kisses.
Okay,
They're wrapped with little marshmallows.
this is a gold ticket. I like that. The junk will try.
The best thing we've had yet,
No.
but still not good. Last thing we have to try here is this Hershey's Reese with Reese Pieces in it.
It looks like it's got corn in it. That texture just don't go with it. It's
No, I don't like that.
I'm wrong for that.
Alright, y'all. So it's been a long day. I'm
Fun,
exhausted.
though.
I've had a blast with you.
I had a super blast with you. Love you.
I love you. Alright. I hope you have a blessed morning, evening, night, whatever it is, wherever you're at. Thank you for hanging out with us.
And remember, may the light forever shine upon your brow.
Remember, I love you, but
Jesus loves you more.
way more. I love you guys.